tournament arcs. A common theme in anime is just Naruto's Chunin exam, Yu Yu Hakusho's dark tournament arc, and of course like 99% of Yu-Gi-Oh! But there's so many other shows just like them, so I figured why not do it myself. We were lucky enough to have the Prince George Golf and Curling Club to call our arena for Northern Waste GT. Over 50 players came from all over Western Canada to claim the title of being better than most of you. First round out gamers obviously had to be there with our new established Warhammer team. You know, we gotta show off that we're no small fry here in this big pond. But we did have other representatives there from Team Canada, Dice Guys, Disciples of Dice, and of course the dudes of Sigmar. Unfortunately, I really only have this event from my perspective, as there wasn't a ton of time to talk to everybody individually, but please, if you want to talk about your experience in the comments, please, they're right there. And hey, while you're there, maybe you consider liking and subscribing. We got Adrian with his Dino Seraphon power and a nice hair. Blake with his trench tea abilities and noble warrior mentality. And some dingus. And now...
We do have, by popular demand, an espresso machine on here today. Baby! One dice. You can have a latte. One dice. Bingo. We have bingo shirts? Yeah, we're gonna okay, so we will get goodie bags, swag bags, and bingo cards out once you guys get settled and get rolling. Bingo cards. For everybody, first bingo, it's the sweet and there we go. Okay, that's your bingo. Lunch is at noon, so after the first game, we'll get to rubbing your few folks. So when you get your 2 tickets, put your name on one, give us the other, and you'll be entered in the draw. Otherwise, you're not in. We won't chase you. This year we decided to do something interesting. We're Team Canada World Players. Please raise your hand. If you beat one of these sweaty tryhards, you will get a bounty.
He's in on that too.
Yeah,
that's on his head as well.
He's on that list. So we got Matthias, we got Carson, we got Dave. You beat first person to beat one of those 3, gets the bounty.
Lunch is on us tomorrow for you guys. If you beat one of those guys today, we're buying the lunch tomorrow.
Alright. So, I think that's it. We will do the shuffle for everybody to check in. Is there anybody who hasn't checked in? Okay. Alright. Watch your phones. We're going to shuffle you up in a moment. Have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen.
So I forgot to take a photo of Renee, so I had to find one on the internet. I think it looks just like him, but I hope he doesn't mind that I forgot to get that photo. So the first game was against City of Sigmars, an army I was warned about their cavalry and their shooting, which I can see why I was warned, because they're always charging mentality and ability. It's a lot of horsepower to deal with, honestly. I also learned a little bit about obscuring, and that fitting 6 rat ogres within 1 inch of a piece of terrain is actually really hard. The shooting was pretty scary. Unfortunately, Renee just wasn't rolling really well. He wasn't succeeding many of his shooting rolls, which I do feel really bad about, but at the same time, like, that doesn't mean he was any slouch with the amount of buffs and debuffs that his abilities provided him, thanks to that annoying little Pope in the back teleporting and doing all these shenanigans that just, oh man. I definitely, if I wanted to get a good game in, I had to kill that thing, so I rushed as much as I could into there, and I just had a blast playing him. He was super friendly, super nice to deal with, and I hope to play again in the future. The score was Renee 18, Hopper 75, a victory for Hopper.
Couple of announcements, couple of announcements to make. I swear he's leaving. Yeah. He's out. Okay, round 2 is about to start. Couple updates. I just received word from our sponsor with Tap Games, one from Mr. Lane. Each and every one of you unworthy participants have a $20 gift certificate at Tap Games. With that, pairings are up. Top clock will start at 1:15.
After announcements, they served lunch, which was awesome, and left me about an hour for me to go around and check out some of the other armies just before round 2. Definitely thought I was good at painting before this, and now I realized, oh man, dude, I'm like a 2-year-old with crayons compared to some of these people.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would. But I legally can't.
All right, who wants to see the little guy take on the champ?
Little guys rule!
So this made me nervous for sure, as a fan of the Dudes of Sigmar podcast, to go against the Dudette of Sigmar and a belt match at that. Well, let's just say I was completely unanxious and definitely confident in my own abilities. Anyway, I will say though, it's really hard to stay nervous around Roma because she's basically if a smile had a face. However, she's also a calculated murderer on the battlefield, and I found that out really quick when she killed my Brood Terror turn 1. I tried to get him in there to stop her from murdering my Master Molder, but that was just a mistake. Looking back, that was the big oof on me. She also killed one of my groups of Rat Ogres, as well as just absolutely destroyed me round 1. Her Stormcast are very scary, and we both kind of, I could tell like the nerves were a bit off because at one point we forgot the shooting phase. Like we just skipped it. We just pretended it didn't exist, and it was very funny. We went back and everything was good. We kind of went over, redid some of the shooting, and everything turned out great. But her recursion, as well as just the teleporting around the board, inflicting a lot of status effects on my guys, it was just overall, it was a very fun game. Unfortunately, not one that I won, but it was a lot of fun, and I did learn quite a lot about the game itself. So thank you so much to Roma for the great match. I hope to play again soon. Score was Roma 50, Hopper 35. Unfortunately, big loss.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So now Nathan, the man of Nurgle himself, with the big unclean one, and many Nurgling little mans. This was a really fun match. We kept making jokes that we're both just a bunch of meat. However, I am the meat slicer, as you may know. So it was very much a battle of who could do the most damage. And, well, as terrifying as those little flies were, I feel like my Rat Ogres kind of had the edge in regards to like being able to shoot like they're with their flamethrowers, as well as just the overwhelming power of just insane slicing ability. That's why we're the manager of the Arby's, where I come from without an Arby's. But overall, everything really performed well for me. His diseasing of my Hell Pit Abomination was really smart because it shut off the fact that it could heal, which is very important for maintaining those things being alive. And he did roll a lot of his ward saves, but unfortunately for his attack side of it, it just didn't really have that consistency. He kept missing attacks but kept succeeding wounds, so it was just a lot of a lot of damage and not a lot of models leaving the table. Eventually I managed to pull ahead here, getting in with the rat ogres as well as my hell pit, which really messed up his infantry, but that's what they're designed to do. So my army did perform very well. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep playing this game for another 3 hours. I just had such a blast fighting against Nathan, and I really hope we get a face again. Final scoring was 42-72. Victory for Hopper. Now on to day 2. So first things first, we gotta get our Warhammer fuel with the lovely catering of breakfast by the Golf and Curling Club. It was very, very delicious breakfast wraps. I think about them often. But overall, it did also give me a chance to walk around and check out the painting competition submissions, which you'll see here. All of them were insane. I especially loved All This Skaven. I'm just such a fanboy, and I will never not be. But everything looked so sick. I'm so glad I got photos of most everything. I hope I didn't miss anything. Just everything looked so cool. But you'll also see these amazing looking widgets. I even picked up myself a pair, so much love. There is also these insane dioramas on day 2 that I saw. I just really wanted to get some action shots of some of these armies, which I hope that the painter appreciates, because I certainly appreciate being able to see them.
Haha, feck sucks. Haha, feck sucks.
Time for me to give some light encouragement to my fellow teammates of the Frog Nation.
So, folks, have a great game 4, game 5. Thank you all for coming. The pairings are up. Look them up. Have a blast. Good game, everybody.
Round 4 was a bit of an interesting round. It left me with a mirror match.
Which one? No, I don't care which one. Get them both.
That man's an imposter. That man is the imposter.
My clan Mulder versus his clan Scryer, and lots of shooting on his part. I was very quickly taught why rattling guns are absolutely insane, as he shredded through both my Hell Pit abominations in like no time at all. He also had a Vermin Lord Deceiver, which kept bamfing in and out of combats to just really keep me from charging what I wanted to charge, man. You do see he did have a Thankwell as well. However, mine is the Giga Chad version of his, so obviously points to me for that one. But yeah, the absolute destruction of his shooting made me quickly have to retreat, because I just could not deal with that overwhelming pressure from such a range. But it was a really fun game, and I had a lot of fun, Jason. So let's keep the Skaven good.
Okay, we are cooked. Yeah, we are absolutely cooked, chat.
Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
So Moss was an opponent I was not looking forward to fighting, if I'm being honest. His list is absolutely terrifying. Having fought this list before, I knew exactly what I was in for. a lot of damage, a lot of crit mortals, and a lot of anti-monster, which for my list specifically is not a good combination. However, I went for the mentality of I'm going to rush him down as fast as possible, take out his infantry, and just hopefully pick off what remains, which honestly went really well for me for a long time. I had my hell pits dive into his gut rippers, and I just tried to purposely avoid the monster killers. My storm fiend in the corner proceeded to live most of the rounds because he just kept being the best boy and succeeding on all his ward saves. Unfortunately, he eventually succumbed to his injuries, but a battle well fought. But he was a very knowledgeable opponent. He knew my list, he knew how to fight it, and overall, if the dice were not as in my favor, this would have ended a lot differently. Unfortunately, I did not clutch up, I did not get the W, but it was a battle well fought. 53, 67. A battle well fought and a well-earned victory for Moss. With that, the final round of Northern Wastes was finished. My overall score being 3 losses to 2 victories, but I'm not mad at all. I'm just glad that I got to participate in such a wonderful event. Damon, the MC, is incredibly talented, and as a painter and as a player, and just overall his energy is just something that this event is unmatched. He really did pour his heart out into this, as well as the rest of the team. Him cracking jokes, just everything about this event was just a blast to participate in, and if this same team is going to be running another event, I'm going to be there. That's just how it's going to be. But overall, I can't express how happy I am to have participated in such a wonderful community, and I really do hope that if you guys do like this kind of content, you let me know, and we'll try to do more of it. Make sure you guys check out the Dudes of Sigmar as well as Taps Games, and just show them some much needed love, as well as shout out to 3 Goblin Games for also being a sponsor of the event and providing some of the prizes. Just everybody deserves a big round of applause for how this event turned out, and I cannot thank everybody enough for being so friendly, so kind, and I just can't wait to see you at the next one. And if I lost to you last time, well, next time will be different, I say now. Well, that's about it for now. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.